United States News Bulletin. Good evening to our viewers tuning into today's special weather report. Together, we will take an in-depth look at the major weather events unfolding across the Atlantic Basin and the United States in these final days of August. This period marks the peak of the Atlantic hurricane season and, at the same time, the arrival of an unusual cold front from Canada that will sweep southward, carrying with it the first breath of autumn across a wide area. In today's bulletin, we will cover several key highlights, the latest updates on Hurricane Erin as it continues its journey away from North America, two significant areas of interest in the tropics, Invest 90L and Invest 99L, with the potential to strengthen into tropical storms in the coming days, the possible development of a new low-pressure system off the southeastern coast of the United States, and finally, an exceptionally rare late summer cold outbreak that could alter daily life for tens of millions of Americans. As always, we will close with a message of hope and resilience to uplift our viewers. Hurricane Erin, weakening, but not without danger. We begin with Hurricane Erin, which has been the main focus of attention across the North Atlantic in recent days. After a period of peak intensity, Erin is now racing northeastward. During this movement, the storm has lost many of its tropical characteristics, its cloud structure becoming less organized, and its overall energy has weakened significantly. However, this does not mean the danger is over. While most of Erin's heavy rainfall has remained offshore, sparing areas such as Nova Scotia and Newfoundland from significant totals, certain coastal locations are still on alert. The southwestern coastline of Newfoundland, particularly the Avalon Peninsula and the city of St. John's, remains under caution. Forecasts indicate winds could sustain between 60 to 90 km per hour, accompanied by light rainfall. These conditions may not trigger widespread flooding, but risks such as fallen trees, transportation disruptions, and localized power outages are very real. In densely populated areas like St. John's, even a few downed power lines or blocked roads could affect thousands of households. Erin serves as a clear reminder of the complexity of this year's hurricane season. Storms are frequently tracking outside traditional paths, exerting broad indirect impacts rather than direct landfalls. Residents across the northern Atlantic seaboard are advised to stay alert and monitor official forecasts closely. Two new tropical disturbances, Invest 90L and Invest 99L. Alongside Erin, two other tropical disturbances have attracted growing attention, Invest 90L and Invest 99L. Invest 90L. Latest updates suggest this system has the higher chance of development. Satellite imagery reveals increasingly organized convection. While it has not yet reached tropical depression status, forecasters believe it could strengthen within the next 48 to 72 hours. If this occurs, we may soon see the formation of a new tropical storm, potentially to be named Fernan. Bermuda is likely to experience early impacts, with Atlantic Canada also within the broader risk zone. Invest 99L, currently weaker. This system shows fewer signs of imminent development. However, forecast models diverge significantly. The ECMWF Euro model projects that 99L will pass well east of Bermuda, while the GFS model suggests it could become a minor storm, possibly forming closer to Bermuda by early next week. This split highlights the uncertainty, reminding us that tropical systems can evolve rapidly, and all scenarios remain possible. Both systems clearly demonstrate the heightened activity of the Atlantic Basin at this time of year. Late August and September mark the seasonal peak, when ocean temperatures are at their warmest and provide the fuel for tropical cyclone formation. Risk of a new low-pressure system off the U.S. coast. In addition to these two systems, forecasters are monitoring another area just off the southeastern United States. A stalled subtropical boundary remains offshore and, under favorable conditions, could become a focal point for convection and low-pressure development. If this scenario unfolds, several southeastern states may see prolonged rain and overcast skies through the weekend. The impacts would be mixed. For farmers, the added moisture would replenish dry soils after prolonged heat. But for urban residents, the potential for localized flooding and transportation delays poses challenges. An unseasonal cold front, the first breath of autumn. One of the most significant developments is the large-scale cold front set to surge southward from Canada into much of the United States. According to the Climate Prediction Center, between August 27th and the end of the month, and possibly stretching into early September, temperatures will fall below the seasonal average across large portions of the country. This event is highly unusual while summer is still ongoing, made even more remarkable by its timing over the Labor Day holiday. Traditionally seen as America's farewell to summer. In the south, dew points will drop into the 40 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit range, producing a rare spell of crisp, dry air at this time of year. For many in this region, such relief from late summer humidity will feel refreshing. In the north, daytime highs will generally range from the 60s to low 70s degree F, while overnight lows could fall into the 40s to 50s degree F. This chillier pattern evokes the early feel of autumn and may bring about an earlier change in foliage. Agricultural impacts are also noteworthy. Certain crops may require accelerated harvesting, and gardeners in northern states should prepare for the possibility of early frost or unexpected cold damage. Heavy rain and flood risk in the southeast. As the cold front pushes southward, parts of the southeastern United States, particularly Georgia and South Carolina, may face a different challenge: extended periods of heavy rainfall. Forecast models suggest precipitation totals could be high enough to cause localized flash flooding. Within a 25-mile radius, the probability of flash flooding or urban inundation is estimated at about 15%. While that figure may seem moderate, given the region's high population density and infrastructure constraints, even minor flooding could lead to significant disruption. Residents are advised to avoid unnecessary travel during periods of intense rainfall and safeguard property in flood-prone areas. Closing message: a note of resilience. Before we conclude, we'd like to leave our viewers with a message of encouragement. As the Bible reminds us, no temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind. And God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, He will also provide a way out so that you can endure it. This passage resonates far beyond spiritual reflection. Just as communities prepare to face storms in nature, each of us faces storms in life, whether in the form of work pressures, financial struggles, or challenges in personal relationships. Yet, no matter how overwhelming these trials may feel, with perseverance, calmness, and faith in a brighter tomorrow, we can endure and overcome. Thank you for joining us for today's special weather bulletin. We will continue to provide timely updates as conditions evolve. Wishing you a peaceful evening and renewed strength for the days ahead.